The most aggressive credit card payment can make your debt worse. Send every spare dollar to the card, leave no cash for groceries or a car repair, and the next surprise goes straight back onto the card. The balance falls, life happens, and the balance returns. Escaping credit card debt without wrecking your life is not one heroic payment. It is a repeatable system that protects essential bills, keeps every account current when possible, stops new charges, and sends a known amount toward one target. We will open the interest machine, decode the minimum payment, compare Avalanche and Snowball, run a 2-card example, build a weekly routine, and cover the moment when a spreadsheet is no longer enough. No shame. No magic product. Just the system. A credit card is revolving debt. You can borrow, repay, and borrow again up to the account's limit. APR is the annual rate used to price that borrowing. Many issuers calculate interest daily from an average daily balance. Different rates may apply to purchases, cash advances, checks, or other categories, and your statement must show the balance attached to each different APR. That is why the balance can feel alive. When there is no grace period, paying part of it sooner generally reduces interest because many issuers accrue it daily. If a card has a grace period and you are not already carrying a balance, paying the purchase balance in full by the due date can avoid purchase interest. But a grace period is not guaranteed, and its terms come from the card agreement. Collect 4 numbers from each current statement: balance, APR, minimum due, and due date. The minimum payment is the amount your issuer requires for that billing cycle. Paying it on time matters, but minimum describes what keeps the account from missing the required payment. It does not describe the fastest or least expensive way out. Federal disclosures make the trade-off visible. A card statement must estimate how long the current balance would take to repay if you make no new charges and pay only the minimum each month. It must also show an estimated monthly payment that would repay that current balance in 36 months. Read that box. The minimum-only estimate can stretch for years, and future purchases are not included. Paying more than the minimum reduces interest over time. Give the minimum one job. Protect the account from becoming late when affordable. Give the payoff plan another. Direct extra money to one target. Stop new purchases on payoff cards if you can. Before choosing Avalanche or Snowball, build a floor. List the bills that protect housing, utilities, food, medicine, insurance, child care, and the transportation or tools needed to earn income. If cash cannot cover everything, weigh the consequence of missing each bill instead of automatically sending every dollar to unsecured debt. That consequence-based approach is the CFPB's method for prioritizing bills. Then write the minimum due and due date for every card. Use calendar reminders or an automatic minimum only if the account's cash timing can support it. Next, choose a small cash buffer. This episode cannot name the right amount. The goal is to keep an ordinary surprise from becoming a new charge. Find the sustainable debt budget after essentials and that buffer, the number you can repeat in a normal month. That number is your engine. The payoff method only decides where the engine points. The debt avalanche sends every extra dollar to the card with the highest APR, while minimums continue on the others. After that card is gone, its payment rolls to the next highest rate. Because the most expensive rate is attacked first, this method saves money overall under otherwise equal assumptions. The debt snowball sends the extra dollar to the smallest balance. After that balance is gone, its payment rolls to the next smallest. The advantage is an earlier visible win when a small account can be cleared quickly. The trade-off is that a larger, higher rate balance may keep charging more interest. Avalanche optimizes the math. Snowball can optimize visible progress. Neither works if other minimums are skipped, the budget is unaffordable, or new spending refills the balances. Pick one rule and keep it long enough to measure. Here is a simplified example, not an issuer quote and not a forecast. Card A starts at $2,200 with a 19% APR and an assumed $70 minimum. Card B starts at $200 with a 28% APR and an assumed $190 minimum. The total debt payment budget is $400 a month. The model adds 1 month of interest using APR divided by 12, then applies the payments. There are no new charges, fees, missed payments, promotional rates, or APR changes. Real issuers may calculate interest and minimum payments differently. With the Avalanche, Card A receives $70 and Card B receives $330 until Card B is gone. Then the full $400 rolls to Card A. The model reaches zero in 28 months with $2,771.68 of interest. With the snowball, Card A receives $210 and Card B receives $190 until Card A is gone. Card A closes during month 12, an earlier visible win. Then the full $400 rolls to Card B. The model reaches zero in 29 months with $3,188.65 of interest. Same balances, same rates, same $400 budget. In this illustration, Avalanche saves $316.97 of interest and finishes 1 month earlier. Snowball closes the first account earlier. The point is not that those exact results will happen to you. The point is that method changes the route, while payment size, interest rates, fees, new charges, and actual issuer rules change the destination. Now turn the plan into a weekly loop. First, check. Record each current balance, APR, minimum, due date, and new fee. Do not capture or share account numbers. Second, protect. Confirm the next 7 days of essential bills and the minimum payments you intend to make. Third, pay. Send the planned weekly amount to the target. The rhythm does not change the monthly budget. It exposes drift sooner. Earlier payments may also reduce daily accruing interest depending on account terms. Fourth, add friction. Remove payoff cards from saved checkouts and pause optional recurring charges. Fifth, score. Track total card debt, not only the target. A transfer is movement. The score improves when the combined balance falls. If the total rises, label the cause. Interest, fee, emergency, or optional spending, then change the system behind it. If you believe you cannot make the minimum, contact the card company now. You do not need to wait until the account is behind to ask for help. Explain why the payment is unaffordable, what amount you can afford, when normal payments might restart, and what temporary payment and duration you are requesting. Available hardship options vary and are not guaranteed. If several accounts are unmanageable, a reputable credit counselor may help. Nonprofit status does not guarantee legitimate, free, or affordable service. Ask about services, fees, licensing, and complaints. Get costs and promises in writing. A debt management plan is not debt settlement. In a debt management plan, a counselor may arrange a payment schedule and send the consumer's monthly deposit to enrolled unsecured creditors. Creditors may agree to lower rates or waive fees, but the plan is not right for everyone and requires a detailed review. Be cautious with any debt relief company that guarantees debt will disappear, charges before resolving it, or tells you to stop communicating or making payments. If a collector is involved, court papers arrive, or you are considering a legal process such as bankruptcy, get qualified, situation-specific legal or financial guidance before acting. Verify the debt, keep written records, and do not treat a general video as legal advice. Credit card debt is not escaped by one dramatic move. It is escaped by a floor and a loop. Protect essential bills. Read the minimum payment box. Choose one target rule. Use a repeatable amount. Stop new charges where possible. Check the total weekly. Ask the issuer for help before a missed payment when the plan no longer fits. Avalanche is the lower interest route under equal assumptions. Snowball can produce an earlier closed account. The best usable method is the one you can follow without skipping essentials, missing other required payments, or refilling the card next week. This is general financial education, not individualized financial, legal, tax, credit, or bankruptcy advice. Your card agreement and current statements control your actual rates, minimums, fees, and payment rules. If this gave you a calmer way to face the balance, subscribe to Plainly Money. No shame, no hype, just money, plainly.